everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun scroll saw project video, I have another amazing and unique design by Steve Good that's going to show off the uniqueness and versatility of what a scroll saw is capable of. Now the pattern I have in my hand here is the newest offering of styling of pattern that this is. Steve has some others that are farther back in his pattern catalog if you guys do not want to do the one I have here. The pattern itself says enjoy today, and it's going to be some compound cut word art on the scroll saw. And the unique thing about this is once we trim out on the black line here and cut out our pattern, we will fold it at 90 degrees and attach it like that to our blank. I have my blank laying here on the table saw, and it requires an 1.5 by 1.5 square blank that is 7 inches long. And what's going to be cool about this, once everything is cut out and we remove the waste wood, one side is going to say enjoy, and then you'll rotate it and it'll say today to make some beautiful three-dimensional word art cut out completely on a scroll saw. I've already got my blank here, as I said, and we're about to go and attach it to the material and get started. Two things to keep in mind if you've never done a pattern like this is to make sure that your table saw blade is square to your table saw and that your scroll saw is perfectly 90'd out, meaning that the blade is at a perfect 90 degrees to your cutting surface. That way everything will come out properly and everything will come apart once you remove all the waste wood, and you'll have a beautiful representation of three-dimensional art hidden within the block. But really cool. I'm really excited to do this. I've done these in the past. Here is an older one that says love wood, love on one side, the word wood on the other, and this is a great conversation piece to make and give to carpenters, woodworkers, or people that work at lumber yards and are surrounded by lumber and wood species all day long, and they're always great and eye catchers, and people always pick it up and they're amazed that it's made on a scroll saw. Again, showing the scroll saw's versatility. All we've got to do now is move the camera and get the pattern prepped, and I'm going to do what the pattern suggests and enjoy today and get started. And over here on the workbench, we're going to begin by trimming out the pattern with an X-Acto knife. And this is one of those projects that needs to line up precisely through the whole process with everything for the art to be produced that we are making. I am attaching the pattern with clear packing tape. The clear packing tape can help lubricate the scroll saw blade and prevent burn marks when cutting out thicker stock like this. And then we will head over to the drill press and drill the few pilot holes that we need. And even though this is three-dimensional word art, all of the internal cuts will be done just like you were doing two-dimensional scroll saw art. And we will begin by cutting all those out. I am using a number 12 reverse tooth blade. You guys know that a number 5 blade is my go-to blade for scroll saw work. However, with the thickness of material here, a number 12 blade is appropriate, and you can technically cut the project out with a smaller blade. However, that smaller blade may drift or bend once again due to the thickness of material, and that is why I am using the number 12 blade here. If you guys would like to try this pattern, it is available as a free pattern download over at Steve Good's scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com website over in his free pattern catalog. Just going through here and cutting out all of the internal cuts before proceeding to produce the actual three-dimensional part of this project. And now we are underway. It will just be 2 long cuts left to finish the project off, and we're beginning here with the word today. And you will notice that I cannot do those hairpin turns with a number 12 blade like I can a number 5 blade. So you will see me sneak up on the cut and kind of nibble and chip away right at the turn to where I can get the blade fully turned so I can proceed following the cut line. And I hope it's obvious that this is one of those projects that you need to take your time and let the blade do the work. Once we get to the end of the cut line here, I will step back over to the workbench, and this is totally optional and is something that I do. I do like seeing how the piece is coming along and cleaning out the excess sawdust with an old toothbrush there before sliding it back in and reattaching it. And that excess sawdust I cleaned out can catch on the scroll saw blade and once again produce burn marks. So I'm taking every preventative measure I can to make sure the art comes out great. But now we are back at the scroll saw, and we're going to do the final cut, which will complete the three-dimensional word art. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. I'd really appreciate the support. And due to the thickness of the material here, it goes without saying that this is a very slow cut, and even so, it is a small project and only took me around 25 or 27 minutes to scroll everything out. As always, just taking my time and letting the blade do the work, and I have a firm grip on my scroll saw piece. Coming along this final side here, and when we get to the end, all of the scroll work will be done, and then we can once again head back to the workbench to release the piece from the waste wood. And this is a part I approached carefully because you don't want to break the art that's hidden within the blank here. I just found the best approach and was very careful with how I removed the piece. But once I found the best approach, the piece easily slid out and we got our first glimpse of the art. And after cleaning up the waste wood, I came back with a 100 grit sanding pad here and then used these sanding sticks that a subscriber sent me, and they have been very essential in the workshop with the scroll saw work, cleaning up the fuzzies and getting down in the nooks and crannies and cleaning out all of the sawdust. But once I was satisfied with how the project looked, I put it on a hook and opened the shop door and gave it several coats of Rust-Oleum clear gloss to complete the project.
And here we have the completed Enjoy Today piece, cut out completely on the scroll saw using the compound cutting technique. Thank you, Steve Good, for another amazing and unique design from your scroll saw pattern catalog. I think this project here, as well as others just like this that Steve and other people offer, shows the versatility of what a scroll saw is capable of. I think a lot of people only think that a scroll saw can cut out flat two-dimensional images that you either hang or frame and hang up on a wall, and that a three-dimensional piece like this is not capable until people show them how it's done. And hopefully I have shown you guys how to do it in today's video. But really, really cool. You can easily tell what everything says. There is the word enjoy on one side, and then when you rotate it, it says today all the way around. Really, really cool. I cut this out of pine wood, and it only took me around 25 minutes to scroll it out. It is a fairly straightforward project as long as you make sure that your table saw, when you're milling it down, is at a perfect 90 degrees, and that your scroll saw is at a perfect 90 degrees. Everything should, as long as you take your time, come out perfectly square and be able to slide out and have a beautiful three-dimensional piece like this once you get done scrolling. Of course, I just use clear coat in this to make the grain pop for a finish, because I want people to know without a shadow of a doubt that this is one single piece of wood and not several pieces that I maybe meticulously glued together in a special way. And these are great conversation pieces. These would be great to batch out and give to people who may be going through a hard time. With the quote here, enjoy today, I hope all of my followers and subscribers are enjoying each and every day that's given to them. Every day we're here on earth is a blessing, and I try to live each day to the fullest. But really, really cool. I had a lot of fun making this, and with cutting out with the number 12 blade that I cut out with, you guys know I usually use a number 5 blade. You're not going to get those hairpin turns as I could get with a number 5 blade. So in the video, in the time-lapse portion, I hope it showed up like in the tighter turns here that I was was kind of just nipping away before actually going with the full turn there and getting enough room to where the blade could actually be turned while cutting. But again, it's just one of those projects that's so unique and so creative. And again, I thank Steve Good for just an amazing design, and I hope this encourages you to go out and try a project like this. Of course, Steve has other ones on his website as well. This is his newest offering, and I'm thankful he uploaded it, because indeed I am enjoying today. Really, really cool. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you guys like watching me make it. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. Links to all my social medias as well as ways to contact me will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one, and remember guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Enjoy today. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.